Good morning, everyone. A story told about a woman who was in the shopping store in the supermarket with her daughter, and her daughter, a little 3-year-old, is in the wagon, and she's at the checkout line, and the kid is screaming and crying, and she wants this, she wants that, and the mother very calmly is saying, "Sarah, relax, take it easy. We're going to be home soon. Everything's going to be okay. It was just a few more minutes." And the kid's yelling and screaming and crying. And the mother's just calmly, "Listen, everything's going to be good. Just a few more minutes. We're going to finish up. We're going to go home. Sarah, don't worry. Everything's going to be okay, Sarah. Just relax. Everything's going to be fine, Sarah." There's an elderly woman behind her line and says, "Ma'am, I really have to congratulate you, compliment you. The way you talk to your daughter so calmly, so beautifully." And the woman says, "No, I'm not talking to my daughter. My daughter's name is Alyssa. My name is Sarah. I'm talking to myself." It's a special talent to always remain calm and peaceful, no matter what's going on around you. In this week's parsha, we're introduced to Noach. One of the meanings of the word Noach is, believe it or not, restful, calm, peaceful. Because the word Vayanach, God rested on the 7th day, is the same root of the word Noach, to be resting. We also find in Ethics of our Father, says, whoever ruach habrios nochem, and if people are pleased with a person, God is pleased with that person. So the word Noach can mean a pleasant, peaceful, calm individual. And the question is, what is the secret to being a calm person and remaining calm under all circumstances? So even in last week's Torah portion, we find something interesting. The last verse of the last week's Torah portion was, V'Noach matzah chen b'nei Hashem. Noach found favor in the eyes of God. And it's interesting that the word favor, which is the word for chen, like the song, Bamir bistu shein, Bamir hastu chen, chen is the word Noach spelled backwards. So what is the one thing God says about Noach? He had favor in God's eyes. So what is the secret, the key to being a pleasing person who finds favor in other people's eyes? Because they have a proper disposition, a calm, relaxed, a way about them that is always favorable in people's eyes. So perhaps the answer is in the opening verse of this week's parsha. It says, Noach was a righteous man, but it doesn't just say he was righteous. It says, Ish Tzaddik Tamim. What does the word Tamim mean? So we find elsewhere the word Tamim means to have faith in God. Tamim tiyeh im Hashem Elokecha. Be faithful, trusting in God. And perhaps the key to being a calm person and to being a person who finds favor in people's eyes is all associated with having trust and faith in God. Why does having trust and faith in God make you a calm person and make you a person who's pleasing in the eyes of others? So it says in Pirkei Avot, whoever runs after honor, honor runs away from them. Whoever runs away from honor, honor runs after them. You only respect a person who's humble. A person who's arrogant, who's saying, "Look at me all the time," you lose respect for that person. A person who finds favor in people's eyes is always a person who, despite their great qualities, is humble about it. What's the key to being a humble person? To believing in God. Because if you believe all of your qualities, all of your traits, all of your skills, your abilities, your talents come from God, there's nothing to be arrogant about. It's not me. Hashem made me who I am. So I'm grateful to Him and I'm humble because He gave me these tremendous gifts. So why would I be arrogant? So a person who has belief in God is not arrogant. He's humble, or she's humble. And therefore people like that person, because to find favor in people's eyes, you have to have the trait of humility. But that's the same key to not being arrogant. Or the same key to not being arrogant, to be humble, is the same key of being a person who is always calm. Because where does anger come from? How dare the world not go along with my plan? How dare everyone not do what I believe should be done? How dare, I want this to happen. Anger is a sign of a person who is arrogant, and it's also a sign of a person who doesn't have faith in God. Because if you believe in God, this is what Hashem wanted to happen. Why would you get upset? It's God's plan. If you think you're in control of the world, and all of a sudden you're losing control of the world, you get angry. But if Hashem controls the world, I know from the beginning, I don't control the world. Hashem wants it to go this direction. Why would I get upset? That's Hashem's plan. So the key to being both a humble person and to being a person who keeps a good disposition and equilibrium is having trust in Hashem. And therefore, if I trust Hashem's plan, I'm not going to get angry about it. So one of the key secrets of life is to always remain calm, but you need to have inner calmness, not just outer calm. And that comes from true faith in Hashem, that I trust Hashem's plan. As someone once said, everything will work out for the best. And if it's, in the end, everything will work out for the best. And if it didn't work out for the best, it means it's not the end. To have trust that things will get better. And as someone once said, that harboring anger and resentment and animosity towards someone is allowing your enemy to live in your head rent-free. Don't allow someone to perturb your peace of mind, your tranquility, because the only thing we have, the most important thing we have in life is our inner peace and calmness and tranquility. And why would you allow someone else, especially someone who maybe is not in looking out for your best interest, to live in your head rent-free and disturb your peace of mind? And therefore Noach teaches us how to remain calm and peaceful through having humility, which comes from trust in Hashem. And in that way, when you put your trust in Hashem, you don't get perturbed or disturbed by the events that are swirling around you.